Hey there friendos, welcome back to Pegasus in the Starfield. Today I've got a quick video for you, a walkthrough of my Naginata 6 Explorer. It is a rebuild of the Naginata. As you can see, it looks nothing like the vanilla version. It is based on a couple of ships I saw in a subreddit that I'm a part of, as well as the Galileo Explorer vessel that can be purchased from ship technicians. And I had a couple of goals with this build. The main one was that I really liked the Stroud-Eklund 2x2 battle station and I didn't know where to get it. So I just took everything off except that one hab and built around it. So this is version 6. It started as the Naginata 3 and it took me a couple of iterations before I figured out exactly how to do the layout so I would get the passageways where I wanted them, as well as the exterior structural pieces to give it some topography and texture and a look that I liked. My other goal for this build was one ladder because I really didn't like the layout of the Galileo. I tried it, but it seemed silly to me that I had to go down 2 separate ladders to get into the 2 habs in the lower level. So I've laid this one out in a way that made a little more sense to me. So we've got the cockpit, crew stations, you saw the Armory and the Infirmary. Now this is an explorer vessel, so it's meant for long-range missions. It can hold a crew of up to 7. It's got decent cargo. You know, it's not going to build you a ton of outposts, but if you're out exploring and collecting resources, it'll be able to carry some back for you. The capacity is about 2,000. So heading to the upper level, we have the side docker stacked right over the landing bay. No other habs in the starboard wing, just structural pieces for the symmetry. And you know, I really didn't change much with hab interiors because I like my ships to look like ships, and I just wanted to keep the stuff that was in here and enhance and add on to it. So I've added clutter here and there just to make it look a little more lived in and used and not fresh out of the Star Yard dock, you know? You can see I've got a few souvenirs scattered around from my explorations, and even the furniture that I added, I wanted it to look like it belonged in a ship with visible attachments holding them to the floors. If you ever try hostile boarding and the grav drive grows out, they're filled with floating objects, but not floating furniture. And I know in the game, your own ship won't do that, and if you put loose furniture in it, it doesn't go anywhere, but for the sake of realism in my Space Wizard game, I preferred ship furniture in this ship. So I put the living spaces on the upper level. Personally, I just don't like running through the comfy areas to get from the door to the cockpit and vice versa. I felt like they should be separate from the throughways, and sometimes you don't have a choice about that, but for this one I did, so I put them in the port wing with the captain's quarters forward of the crew all in one. And I really just tried to put stuff in here that would make it look lived in and welcoming and comfortable to spend time in. I'm not trying to make it look like Marco's Fortuna or a Trident cruise ship. Maybe for another ship, but this one is a working vessel. I really like the way the ships look to begin with, so I worked around what was already there. I haven't tried any empty hab builds yet. So there you go. Like I said, a quick video today. Let me know what you think of it. As always, feel free to drop me comments and questions. Thanks for watching. Catch a smile out there.